If ride quality is the most important thing to you when buying a new road bike, then the brand new Open Mind will definitely appeal to you. But what is ride quality and how do you define ride quality? Well, there's a number of things, but for me, most importantly, I want a bike to enhance the sheer pleasure and joy I get from riding a road bike along a twisting, winding country lane. The bike and the road to disappear underneath me, a refined and quiet ride, the only sound from the tyres on the tarmac and my steady breathing. I want a bike to smooth out the roughest of road surfaces. But all that said, I don't want a soft, marshmallowy ride. I want it to come alive in the corners and to feel amazing on the climbs, like gravity has no impact on me. And this new Open Mind perfectly encapsulates all of that into one of the finest riding road bikes I've ever ridden. And I've ridden a lot of bikes in my time. So let's dive in. It's an elegant and simple frame with some lovely details. And it's a frame that hasn't been shaped in a wind tunnel or designed by a supercomputer, but instead inspired by classic bike designs and designed by one of the most interesting designers in the industry who isn't afraid to challenge the status quo. So let me give you some more details on the frame. A size medium weighs 830 grams claimed with a 335 gram fork, and this size large with a SRAM Force ETAP Axis group set, DT Swiss wheels, an MV carbon handlebar and stem, and this Physique 3D printed saddle, which you might see in the video, link above if you missed that, weighs 7.3 kilograms on my scales. Now, easily the most defining and standout feature and the first talking point is this one-piece carbon fibre seat tube and seat post. Now, the idea is nothing new. We've seen it many times before. Giant use it on their TCR, for example. And the idea here, the reason it's on the Open Mind, is to give as much compliance, as much smoothness as possible. And it really does work. It provides a level of comfort that's easily on a par with any of the best endurance bikes I've ridden. While most of those resort to quite complex features, this is very simple and elegant in its solution. Now, I know many of you will have the heebie-jeebies around a one-piece seat mask like this, but the two issues, cutting it and selling it afterwards, are largely mitigated by a seat clamp that offers up to 35mm of height adjustment. There are only 4 sizes of the frame available, so that, along with that height adjustment, should get around the issues of selling it afterwards. But why are you buying a bike like this and then worried about selling it afterwards? You'd be mad. Surely you buy a bike like this and keep it for life. You'd never sell it, would you? And the issue of cutting it, well, you measure 4 times and then cut once, don't you? Or get your bike shop to do it for you, so there's no mistake to make. And then we have really skinny rear stays, which are slightly bowed in, quite slender chain stays as well, all to help that compliance at the back end. And then we have a distinctive profile down tube that's reminiscent of the up and upper gravel bikes with a flattened side section. And then a tapered top tube, slightly flattened on the sides as well, going into that continuous seat post. With a tapered head tube as well, and a very skinny fork as well. Very elegant, simple fork, I like that. And details you expect on a bike like this, so fully internal cable routing, compatible with all group sets on the market, electronic, wireless, mechanical. As befits any new modern high-end road bike, it's disc brakes only, there is no rim brake option, and it's 12mm rear axles front and rear, with flat mount calipers bolted directly to the frame at the rear, and also at the fork. Now, normally at the fork you have an adapter between the caliper and the fork, but here, to save weight and to clean up the interface to make it look nicer and simpler, the bolts go through the front of the fork. They've done that on their gravel bikes, and it's an interesting design and it does serve a purpose, but you do have 2 bolts on the front of the fork, which I'm not so sure about personally, so I'm not sure whether it gains much compared to what you lose in terms of appearance. The last big detail are the big tyres. There's space for up to a 32mm wide tyre in a frame of fork, and these are indeed 32 wide. When the Open first announced they were doing a road bike, I got really excited. I was hoping for a groundbreaking, genre-defining road bike as we had for the Up gravel bike way back in 2015. And when I saw the pictures, well, to be honest, I was disappointed. It looked traditional, it looked conservative, it didn't excite me. But then I rode it, and all the doubts were pushed to one side. For here's a bike that is a perfect tonic to the years and years of race-focused, aero-shaped bikes that have forgotten what ride quality is all about. For this new Mind puts ride quality front and centre of what really matters. Out on the road, the Open Mind is silky smooth and so easy to ride. The steering is light and the geometry quite laid back, emphasising the comfort the bike offers as it smooths out the worst road surfaces. That combination of wide tyres and the carefully designed frame lets it cope with any bad road surface or light gravel. It offers a very desirable balance of speed and comfort. It's a bike you just want to keep riding and riding. For long rides, it is beautifully charming and keeps you spinning long after you should have turned for home, just a few more miles. It's no slouch though. The low weight and abundance of frame stiffness ensures it snaps into life. You can easily get a move on and it climbs with all the mountain goat capability you could ask for. And there's no sense of fat tyres or geometry hold you back when the speed gets a little fruity. Yes, it's not designed for racing, but if you like to ride fast from time to time to remember what that lactic burn is all about, it will happily indulge you. Whether there's enough desire or market for this type of bike remains to be seen, but if you love riding bikes and you're not fussed about pro-inspired race bikes, I reckon you'll definitely love the Open Mind. Open O sells frame sets and you build a bike yourself, but they supply me a demo bike to ride. The frame set costs €3,600 or about £3,200, and this whole bike is probably about £8,500 with a SRAM Force ETAP Axis group set, DT Swiss wheels, Schwalbe Pro on tyres, an MV handlebar and stem, and a stunning Fizik 3D printed saddle. So you clearly build it at a cheaper price if you wanted. But compared to rivals, I think the Specialized Athos is a good example of a bike that's also trying to offer the best ride quality over aerodynamics and other attributes. And that comes in at £4,500. So it's actually quite a bit cheaper than that Specialized bike. Although that Specialized is a lot lighter, but both offer that similar high level ride quality. So which you choose comes down to which appeals to you more. And if you love riding bikes for the sheer pleasure that cycling gives you, and you're not about competition or racing, then the new Open Mind puts ride quality front and centre of what really matters, and really does enhance the experience, the enjoyment, the satisfaction of riding a road bike along a twisting, winding country lane. Anyway, that is my review of the Open Mind. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down there. And if you like this video, maybe subscribe down there for more, or click that box up there for even more reviews, and hit that like button down at the bottom. I'll see you all again next time. Thank you for watching.